Welcome to the Backyard Professor Live for a special Merry Christmas edition. And I just wanted to do this live instead of a recording. I know it's Christmas Eve. It's 5:20. Nobody in the world is going to watch this. It's all good. I just wanted to let my fans and let my audience and let my critics know how grateful I am for them and for all of your support, your enthusiasm, your excitement, your sarcasm, your hate, your love, your refutation, etc. I just wanted to say I wish absolutely every one of you the happiest of holidays because as an audience, you rock. And I'm so blessed to have you guys in my life. I really am. I'm fortunate that I can do this. I'm fortunate that I have the capability and ability to share good information with you. I appreciate doing. Oh, look, there's a few people coming on. Oh my gosh, what are you guys doing here? You're supposed to be shopping and wrapping presents and all. I'm just giving you a Merry Christmas real quick to. Oh, hey, you guys, you're awesome, man. Oh, look at all of you, Americo Andrade and Shug McSorry Jr. Well, yeah, welcome everybody. I appreciate being able to connect with you guys, either through the lives or through the recording, etc. My shows, it's always good. My recordings are. I intend on getting good argumentation, good knowledge, good ideas across. And I admit some of these are really loopy. There's no kidding. Yeah. And that's all good. I don't mind looking at all sides. I think by now, those of you who've watched enough of my channel realize that's what I'm all about. Let's throw all the voices into the hopper. Some of them are going to be really out there. Some of them are not going to be strong enough. Some of them are going to be overbearing. Some of them are going to be extremely scientific. Some of them are going to be extremely Christian or, Mormon, Catholic, whatever. It's all good because all voices together have an addition to this amazing UFO topic, whether they like it or not, whether they think it's a government conspiracy, whether they think it's an absolute fundamental reality. Where are they from? Continuing in 2025, I'm going to keep continuing and discussing all of the various different views, aspects about these wild UFOs. I know there is some discomfort with calling the UFOs UAPs. I get that. I will probably call them. I will continue using UFOs as I can. That's not a big deal. So, yeah, for those of you who just entering, thank you. Just looking up. I'm just simply saying Merry Christmas to all of you. I did a Merry Smithmas with my good friend Kish Kuman last night. It's on my site. It's also on his site, Kish Kuman. His site is called Coffee with Kish. In fact, let me bring it up. I will encourage you to look him up and support him. He's a good old friend. He is a college professor. He studies Roman history, and he's very good at it. And it's quite fascinating to there it is. Oh, no, that's not the one. To me. Oh, that's the Merry Christmas board. Hold on, and I will get his website. I should have done this pre-hand. I'm due on another program here just shortly tonight. Here we go. YouTube. Don Bradley and his lovely wife Jasmine and Kish Kuman and myself. I will put a link in the description as well. Let me share real quickly. It's the same thing that you saw on my oh man, I can't get it right to save my life. Present, share screen. That's what I wanted to do. Share the screen. Yeah, the Smithmas celebration There it is. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, that's the Smithmas celebration with BYP. There's the name, Coffee with Kish. Go look him up and look at some of his videos. He's not a Mormon. He's no longer a Mormon, but he does study and analyze Mormonism. He's into the esoteric traditions of the early Romans and the early Christians, etc. He is a very fabulous college scholar. Look him up. This is our Smithmas celebration of Joseph Smith. We both come from the Mormon tradition, so we celebrated it on Joseph Smith's birthday, which was last night. Some of you might have attended and you were kind of confused. That's what we were doing. I wanted to get on tonight and say Merry Christmas to all of you. Myself, I have a heart full of gratitude for every one of you guys. I'm serious. Next year, 2025, I'm thinking is going to be somewhat interesting. It could be rough. It could be rough for us believers in the UFOs. It could be rough for skeptics if the UFOs show up. The watchword that I've heard is that the UFOs are going to be showing up. It will be spectacular to see if that occurs. I personally, just so you know where I'm coming from, I hope it does. I hope they do. I honestly don't know if they will. We'll see. Things are happening so fast in this whole field. Oh, and also I wanted to share with you the reason I know that I'm going to be able to proceed to share really, really, really good information with all of you guys is because I got some UFO literature for Christmas. Now, nobody tell my wife yet because this is for her and me. We both love this subject, but I went shopping for us, and this is what I was able to get, and I am super excited based on my study of Pasulka and Chris Bledsoe and Pasulka and Jacques Vallée and several of the others, Gary Nolan, etc. I've heard names being thrown around and names of books that have been thrown around, and I'm very, very excited for this. What I did for Christmas, Santa Claus has already come and tripped in my house already. I was able to get The Edge of Reality. This is Jacques Vallée and J. Allen Hynek's discussions with themselves on what is going on with the UFOs, who are they, where are they from, etc. I've been told this book is really, really exceptionally good. I'm going to be able to read it and share it with you in various podcasts, so I know I'm going to have some really spectacular information for you. Another one is by Craig Campobasso, the UFO Hotspot Compendium, where he talks about the various places that as a tourist you ought to visit. He talks about the hotspots where more UFO activity is understood to occur, etc. So this will be a good one to share up and coming information with you. Another one, now I watched a video of her, I believe it was Julian Dory, and he's always good. It's either him or Jess Michaels, and Jess Michaels is always good too. But Leslie Keene, UFOs, generals, pilots, and government officials go on the record. Brand new book on the UFOs. I'm really excited to share the information with that. I have not read any of these yet because technically I don't have them yet because they're my Christmas present. I know I went shopping and I bought them for my wife and I, kind of a way to cheat to get good UFO literature, get updated with it. This one, J. Allen Hynek, Evidence Behind Close Encounters, Project Blue Book, and the Search for Answers, the UFO Experience. J. Allen Hynek, a former Blue Book project. He's the famous one with the swamp gas explanation, right? Yeah, that same guy. Anyway, he's teamed up with Jacques Vallée, and he's written his own book. I must have heard about this one from Jacques Vallée. So anyway, I've got that one that I will be able to read and share really cool stuff with you guys. And then finally, last but not least, I heard, oh, come on, the real famous, oh, come on, the popular YouTuber. Come on, dude. Oh, for stupid. Richard Dolan. Oh, I'm thinking Dobson. Richard Dolan has mentioned this author and this book. And this is an older one, but it's been reprinted. And I really like it when they do that because, I mean, we're getting a whole new generation of UFO nuts. I mean, I'm one of them, right? So we keep getting new people in it. And you know, so many people are screaming, they're asking, yeah, all right, enough talk, enough blabber, enough BS. Give us the evidence. Well, these books share the evidence, and it's been either missed, you know, misunderstood, misplaced, or just ignored. And so that's why I want to go through all this stuff. Now I have, it's this one. Colonel Philip J. Corso, the day after Roswell, a former Pentagon official, reveals the U.S. government shocking UFO cover-up. Now, this book comes highly recommended. This was the first one I grabbed off the shelf. Isn't it crazy? Hey, you guys, at least in my local bookstore, the Barnes & Noble up here in the Grand Teton Mall, every one of these books, man, every one of them. The Day After Roswell, the UFO Experience, UFOs, brand new book out. That's not the UFO Hotspot Compendium. That's a brand new book out. But The Edge of Reality, you know, this one's a 1970s book, and yet it's been updated, etc. Every one of these books were in the New Age section. And I'm going, wait, hold it. You know, maybe I just haven't been paying attention. I don't know. But I went over there and I looked through the science section. Man, they don't list this stuff as science. They listed it New Age, you know. It's in there with the tarot cards and the witchcraft and the magic and all that. And I get it, kind of. Yeah, okay. But you know, it would be nice to someday see this in the science section of the bookstores instead of the New Age section with the tarot cards, right? Now, mind you, I'm not denigrating the tarot cards. Now, I do think it's a complete, and I'll probably make some enemies here every time I open my mouth. I make someone mad. I don't mean to, but the tarot cards' use for future prognostication, I think, is a bastardization of their proper use. I don't think that's the proper way to do it at all. I don't think that's their intent. And I know there's enough people out there that'll say, yeah, you're an idiot. You don't know diddly spit about the tarot. Well, I do. I actually have studied the tarot cards pretty steadily and seriously for quite a few years. Not to prognosticate. I don't think that's the main intent at all. I really don't. And I'll do some videos on that. So anyway, oh my gosh, it's already been 15 minutes. I really appreciate everybody. I mean, come on, this is quite an experience. I've tried to keep it on the level. And in the process, I've insulted some of my fellow YouTubers because of some of the directions they've taken on some of their UFO YouTube videos. I wish them seriously a Merry Christmas too. I'm sure some YouTubers have spit back at me and said, yeah, you're an idiot yourself. It's all good. The fact is I am an idiot, but at least I'm becoming a well-read idiot. So it's all good. So yeah, we all have different interpretations, but we shouldn't let that dissuade us from being a close-knit and a trustworthy, useful, helpful, friendly, loving UFO community? Because look, we're all just looking for answers. I mean, there's enough crap going on with the government that they try to, it appears to me anyway, that they constantly try to muddy the waters and throw us off. And I mean, dang it, what's wrong with just being straightforward with your own people? And it doesn't matter if it's the United States government or the Canadian government or the Brazilian government or the African, the UK, Russia, China, etc. Come on, this is knowledge for humanity, right? That's how I would, propose all of this muddying of the waters and arguing back and forth and trying to split us so that we end up fighting each other so that the governments can step in and acquire more power. I'm absolutely against that. I am just across the board, just straight shooting. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it, and I find it's difficult, but it's exhilarating. It's very interesting. Some of the theories are really, I mean, it'll take your breath away, and yet they're exciting. Others, and again, this is my subjective judgment now, other theories about UFOs, no, they're just so obviously phony. And again, that's my subjectivity, I'm not intending to insult YouTubers who are advocating some of those, what I would consider to be truly ridiculously silly ideas, because the ideas I entertain, and I'll say it right here, right now. You heard it here first on the Backyard Professor YouTube channel, live, my Merry Christmas special. Some of the ideas I entertain are probably pretty flippin' goofy. There are people out there who would say, man, I'm never going to watch him. This guy is loopier than, he is a lunatic. I saw that in one of the comments the other night to one of my videos. Yeah, dude, you're a lunatic. You're moonstruck. That's what Luna, loon is the moon, the lunatic means. And that could well be. But we're all looking. This is good. We're all engaging our minds. Yeah, this is good. We're all trying to share the information. We recognize now there's been enough experiences and enough experiencers that just because now, if the claim is made that, yeah, I saw an orb in the sky or I see orbs or whatever, it's not because you're crazy anymore. I think we've advanced in that regard. We have moved forward in a very positive manner, in my opinion. We can get past the enigma. We can get past the stigma of shaming, of calling people names and all, because this thing has apparently, now I'm going to say this probably wrong. I'll say it this way and then I'll quickly correct myself. This thing has become a worldwide phenomenon. Okay, now let me back up. Okay, pause, back up. It's not that it's become a worldwide phenomenon. Perhaps the better approach to understanding this is we have become able to communicate worldwide with our technology now. And now we recognize, oh, hey, I'm not the only one seeing the strange lights in the sky do some really weird maneuvers. My friends down in Australia are. My friends up in Canada to the north are. My friends in the south in Brazil and Mexico and Peru, they're experiencing it. The UK, the Netherlands, the Irish. So I think there's enough of that we have moved forward now to where we can properly and rightly examine, okay, now the question is, what is it? How do we contact it? And I mean, do we want to contact it? How do we communicate with it? You know, there's a few different theories. One of those really, truly remarkable theories, no kidding, is the telepathic communication, mind to mind. Come on, that's fascinating. You know, we used to say, well, that's woo, but how many more experiencers with this interesting thing is going to crop up where they say, yeah, I either saw a picture in my mind as the alien was communicating with me, or I had words put in my mind. I was thinking things and they understood what I was thinking, and then they began communicating to me, but they weren't speaking. Their mouths are small. How many more is it going to take before we recognize, you know, we, as a human now, I mean, let's be realistic. We are actually quite limited in our physical abilities. Our hearing range is not the same hearing range as a bat's. We know that now. Our visual range is by no means very good at all in relation to the total spectrum. We now recognize that. Our smelling range compared to a bloodhound dog, etc., etc., etc. So, you know, we have limitations, and heck yeah, I'm all for trying to overcome my human limitations. This quest for immortality by we humans. Is this why we create religion? So that we can come on live programs and say, Merry loving Christmas to all of our wonderful friends out there in UFO land. Well, yeah, that's one good use of it. Sure, because that's what I'm doing tonight, and I love doing it, right? So I will try. Here's my resolution, and then I've really got to get scampering. I've got another program I've been asked to be on here in just a few minutes. I just wanted to express my love and admiration for all of you, my wonderful audience. This coming up year, I'm going to, you know, I'm just going to try, honest to goodness, to keep it steady, keep it straight. And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to jump into the woo. That's going to be inevitable. Actually, you know, the definition of woo is changing. It really is. And that is an amazing development too. But no, I just want to know. And I will attempt my best to be, my pledge to you as my audience is I'm going to try my best to watch my own biases. I do have them. I've admitted that. I've said what they are. One is that they came from deep interstellar space. For me personally, that's the cooler option. But that has nothing to do with whether it's true or not. It may very well not be true. Well, the day might come where, based on evidence, I'm going to have to face that and change my mind, right? For now, that's one of my biases, okay? One of my other biases is that the UFOs, the aliens, are here with a good intention. Do I know that? No, I really don't. I mean, let's be legitimately honest. None of us know a lot about the aliens, right? So I got to keep an open mind on that also. But my pledge is to try to learn as fast and much of quality, scholarly, and professional journalistic and military analysis of this incredible phenomenon so that I can give you the best, so that I don't end up wasting your time. My suspicion is, seriously, next year we all could really sincerely see sensational things happen. And I will try my golly gosh darndest to stay on top of that. But I don't want to be the one sensationalizing what is already out of this world. No pun intended. It is its own phenomenon. It doesn't need fake help to make it either weirder or more magnificent, or however we're going to approach this crazy thing. It doesn't need our artificial fake news type help in order to keep our attention. And so I'm going to try to keep it real. Sure, I'm going to speculate. And I will have people on as guests that I'm sure many in my audience will disagree with. And that's all good. It's okay. Just don't be jerks in the chat. We can all talk intelligently without starting to call everybody names and all that. I'm going to have to get some moderators for my chats, I see. And I apologize to those of you who felt awkward or felt insulted in my chat on my last live. That is certainly not my intent. I'm not going to give people just free reign. If you scream, I have the right, I have free speech, you damn right you do. But I also have the right to enforce the style of speech you're going to use on my chat, and I'm going to do that. I mean, if you can't show decorum and decency, etc., in my chat, then shut up and watch, or else get the hell out and come back when you're ready to. That would be my approach. So I do apologize for those who felt uncomfortable. That absolutely was not my intention. I want this to be a good experience. The whole thing is an astonishing situation. And you know, we need to be uplifted. We need to have some good news. We need to have some encouragement and some hope, right? Again, recognizing that very well may be a bias of mine. I'm open to exploring that. But my intent is to have a good time. Hey, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. You know, I'm not a young kid. So I want to have some fun too. Exploring and learning new knowledge for me is very fun. I don't know if you've noticed that or not, but I love to learn. Hey, my Christmas consists of mostly books and good food. Now, this is what turns me on. New knowledge. I'm going to learn something new. Then I can turn around and give it to you guys. And I may not agree with these books either. It's not about just agreeing with everything you read or everything you see or everything you hear, right? It's not about coming to an agreement. It's about increasing our learning. And there's going to be different ways where different people disagree with other people. I would like it if we could all do so agreeably and just realize we're all trying to solve this crazy thing together anyway. And sometimes even I will probably propose some pretty stupid solutions, you know. And sometimes people can't help it. Look, I've done this myself. I plead guilty of them myself. At times I've ended up calling names. At times I've ended up putting my face in my hands and saying, oh my God, did anybody's brain get turned on? You know, I get it. That can be condescending and insulting, and I'm not intending that. This is a wild ride. This is a wild ride. And I'm so grateful. And I so love knowing that you cool people are on this ride with me. I count all of you as my dear friends. Thank you so much. 2025. We are going to have a rockin' good time. Even if we disagree about stuff, it's all good. I'm not going to take it personal. Don't you take it personal. We're on a crazy ride together. We're going to have some fun. We're going to learn some cool things. We're going to get to know more cool people. And we're going to survive together. So Merry Christmas, you wonderful people from all over the world. Even if you don't believe in Christmas, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Merry Christmas anyway. The love from the heart is what we're attempting to emulate. The intellect from the brain, very important, not to exclude in our discussions and our analysis, picking what to believe, what not to believe, but it does involve, sincerely, both the mind and the heart. And with thousands of extra people and all of the new subscribers that are coming in, everyone engaged in a useful, an uplifting, an intelligent discourse, discussion. Yeah, we're going to probably have arguments too. It's all good. What that does is it makes us a better cohesive group of thinkers, so that when other problems come around, we can also solve them. That's what I'm about. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being a part of my life. You people just flipping rock it. You do. You rock. So go have a Merry Christmas. Go have a Merry Christmas tomorrow. I am taking the day off for making a video. And I know I'm going, I want to make a video. I love doing this. Come on, it's fun. It's fun because I get to see you guys all the time, right? So go have a Merry Christmas. Take a day off. Let's relax. I'll be back and we'll continue analyzing the news. I do 1 minute news on my shorts. Watch out for them. I just try to, throw a couple of those out every day just to kind of make us, keep us up to date in a very overbroad, generalized way with no details. There's only so much you can say in 1 minute, right? I saved the good stuff, right, for the long videos and the live sessions. So, okay, thank you once again. I'm out of here. I got to go. My hat's off to you. I respect and love every single one of you. Keep digging. Keep digging. We got a lot to go through together in next year, and we've got a lot to learn next year together. I'm looking forward to learning from you, and I'm looking forward to sharing what I learned with you. So, come on. That's a pretty good note for me to end on. Stop, dude. Stop already. Hey, see you guys soon.